We've just stopped for a quick break, our first of the day, by Homersfield Bridge. Apparently the oldest concrete bridge of its type, and you can see beneath it there the remains of a very much older bridge that came before it, so would a bit of trouble just coming through there where some of them aren't visible underneath. But yeah, we've just come through some quite narrow, very reedy, swampy bits with some low-hanging trees, so that was quite interesting, quite fun to do. And yeah, it's trail mix time now. Saw a couple of herons. What else do we see on the way? So herons, saw the hares this morning. Oh, we saw an owl, we didn't get that because it went past too quickly, yeah, wouldn't have been able to zoom in.
Owl was amazing, wasn't it? Yeah.
Completely silent, just happened to see it. Yeah, so we've seen a bit of wildlife.
Lots of fish.
Yeah, plenty of fish. Hopefully I've got a couple of shots of that with a GoPro. See if that comes out. Yeah, water and trail mix time. Got a pillbox hidden away here where we've stopped as well. Plus we're right by a pub called the Black Swan over here. And this allows camping, which is pretty handy as a base camp if you're doing the river. We wouldn't have made it this far, so that's why we had to wild camp last night. But a pretty handy thing to know if you're going to be doing the river Waveney. We are by a main road though. Just come down the river here, come around the bend, and greeted by an old aeroplane. Apparently an aviation museum. It's an old passenger jet of some sort. It's a bit of a landmark before we head on back down river in this direction.
16 miles, I reckon, yesterday.
Fair amount.
I know that the Angles Way from Diss, or from Skull rather, to Harleston is 12 miles, which almost follows the river, but obviously the river moves a lot more, you know, but there's a lot more bends in the river, so you're going further. So that's 12 miles, and then we went to about here. It might even be more than that.
Found a good spot by the river here. It's quite a managed looking bit of land next to a farm that I think will be alright. We're just going to have some lunch, well deserved I think. Yeah. And seeing as Simon's had some spam for breakfast, I thought I'd have some spam for lunch. So I've just got some spam in a plastic container, as I'm assuming it's a bit lighter. And some eggs. And I've also got with me a couple of wraps as well, so I think that's going to make quite a nice little treat. As we're being rustic here, I'm just going to dump the egg in. Look, she's swinging.
That's hot.
Soup as well.
Yeah, you can't have a cornerstone of every good lunch. Bit of soup.
There we go, spam and egg. Spam! An egg. Lunch with a view.
Yeah.
Right, that's lunch done. We're back on the river now and we're just going to make our way. Bungay's the next town we're going to be going through, and then on to some more natural settings after that hopefully. Yeah, so we'll catch up after that. I didn't really explain, but at the beginning of the video, Simon's action camera had pinged off the boat on a low-hanging branch, and we had to stop while he went under and found it. Luckily, got it first time. Well, mine just came off, and I didn't realise where. So it could have been anywhere on this kind of shallow river here that we've been kind of jumping around and bumping the boat and stuff, some low-hanging branches. So we've just done the whole length of it, and the man has come up trumps a second time. He's got a sixth sense for action cameras in the water. So yeah, all was not in vain. And it only took, what, 5 minutes, if that.
It was alright. Yeah.
So yes, onward and upward. We've had a nice paddle now.
Yeah.
Luckily it's nice and sunny, so
Quite
we'll dry off quick. Yeah, it's been quite nice. I kind of want to carry on. I think we do have to, actually. Well, as you can see, I'm right by the river here. We've paddled up quite a ways and we turned around and we paddled back a bit. We couldn't quite find a good wild camp spot. There was either bad landings on small woodlands or big meadows like last night, and I had such an awful night last night because of this hay fever. I didn't fancy being on a meadow again. So we've paddled around, and if I take us around here, we knew this might be a possibility, but we've found this campsite. So if I show you, it's pretty dead here. This is where we've set up. Got the canoe there. That's Simon's tarp shelter there. And next to it is my hex peak. So yeah, I'm pretty happy actually. I'm feeling okay, I'm feeling good. It's going to be a good evening. I'll just show you inside the hex peak here. Just got a ground mat, inflatable mat, and the sleeping bag in there. Pretty simple. And some of the other things I've got for this trip are the buoyancy aid. Got some rowing gloves, a bit padded on the palm side, and these are neoprene boots. They've got they're inside out at the moment. They have like a grip, a bit of a tread on the bottom. They've been pretty handy for getting out and pushing the boat where it's been shallow and stuff. Other than that, it's kind of the usual stuff: change of clothes, food, knife, saw, and mainly camera gear really. Well, seeing as Simon made us a nice corned beef hash last night, tonight's my turn for the communal cooking. You may hear a monk jack in the background there in the distance. Yeah, so I'm going to just do some pasta with some smoked sausage cut up, and just got some sauce to go with it as well, tomato and chilli. Nothing too complicated. So this just needs heating through really, it doesn't need cooking. And in goes our sauce. Double Kent survival utensils here, spoon and spatula.
Smelling good, Andy.
Yeah, doesn't smell bad at all, does it? It's good to have two different things as well. Very different meals.
Baby sick last night.
No Robocop food.
Robocop food.
We needed it though.
Yeah.
It went down lovely. Right, but evenly proportionate now. Oh, look at that. That's about there. Look at that. Plenty of sauce, isn't there?
Yeah, there is actually.
Some garlic bread would be good.
No, I think it's good as it is. I like it. That smokiness from the sausage comes through really well.
Well, that's day 2 completed. It's been a good day paddling. A few eventful bits like losing the action camera in the river, but thankfully that was found. But yeah, it's been pretty good. We're all fed and watered now, and both in our shelters, and ready to get some rest and rest these shoulders. I think I'm getting a good rhythm for it, but yeah, it's going to be good to rest after 2 days of that, and last night not sleeping that well because of the hay fever. So I'll see you in the morning. Well, welcome to this morning's Great British Bean Off. In the blue corner we've got me with simple Heinz beans and sausages that were dehydrated. And in the, what corner did I just say I was?
You're blue.
Oh, in the red corner we've got Simon's beans and sausages, but he's got onions and some tomatoes in there as well. So we're going to see who rehydrates the best for breakfast. Well, in all honesty, I'm not sure either of us is a winner. My beans are breaking up and my sausages are a little firm. And Simon's went a little soupy, and I think the same issues as well. But he's got some flatbread in there to thicken it up.
To cheat.
Yeah. So I guess it's in the taste, but well, that's not really down to us, is it? Firm sausages. This is the old Clays Publishing factory, we believe, and this is one of the potential camping spots for last night that we were checking out. But all of the banks are really built up here, and they're covered in brambles. Plus it looked a little hilly in there, a little bit too thick, so we kind of abandoned this and went back to the campsite in the end. We've passed the furthest point we got to yesterday now, so this is all new terrain for us. We're moving into more agricultural land here rather than kind of woodland. So it's all fields on both sides, but the river's widened up a lot. It's a lot deeper, so there's no more running aground and ducking under trees and getting out and pushing the boat along. So it's a bit more easy going. Probably the best weather we've seen yet. Sunny from the morning. Very nice to paddle in. Wish I had some sunglasses.
You have one of my lenses if you like.
Yeah, I guess people using diving and stuff. Well, we're just entering the Norfolk Broads now, beginning of the Broads. So we're starting to see some motorised boats now, and some speed limits as you just saw. So keeping an eye out for them, keeping to the right side. And we're just coming into, what's the town?
Beccles, we'll be in Beccles shortly, yeah.
Beccles.
Well.
So how was your lunch compared to your Danson fly yesterday?
My lunch was very good.
Simon ate a Danson fly yesterday whilst we were rowing, and kept repeating on him.
Yeah, I think it might have been 2 of them.
Mid-mate.
Yeah, it took quite a bit to wash them down anyway, but a bit of water.
Extra protein for the rowing, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. No, I definitely preferred the crackers and tuna there.
I think I prefer the Danson fly to the tuna. Well, we've arrived at our destination. Well, not quite, but we're at Beccles, where we were aiming for. About a half a day paddle, I guess. About that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's sort of early afternoon now, isn't it?
Yeah.
2-ish.
It wasn't a slog or anything. It was kind of a relaxing paddle. But yeah, we're just coming in now, and we're just gonna find our kind of mooring point to get out, and maybe sit in the sun for a minute.
Yeah.
Have a bit of a chill.
Yeah.
Right, we're coming into Beccles proper now, approaching the landing, so thought I'd do a little sign-off video in the boat here. It's been a great trip. I'd like to thank Simon. He's been the perfect host with his boat and all of his knowledge of the river and of rowing in general. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you like my videos, check his channel out because you're going to love it. Bushcraft, how-tos, camping, all the same stuff that you're going to love as well. Yeah, so that's Simon, a Bloke in the Woods, so check him out. Yeah, so thank you, Simon.
No, thank you, Andy. It's been really good to meet you, and thanks for driving all the way up. And yeah, it's been a really good couple of days.
It has. It's been a great time. It's been a great time.
Stuff. Great time.
Thank you guys for joining us as well. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye for now.
Bye.